Orange farming begins long before a single tree is planted, with careful evaluation of climate, land, and long-term orchard planning. Oranges require a warm, subtropical environment with plenty of sunlight, moderate humidity, and protection from extreme frost or heat waves. Farmers prefer gently sloping land to ensure natural drainage, as citrus roots are highly sensitive to waterlogging. Soil testing is the first technical step, measuring pH, organic matter, salinity, and nutrient balance. Slightly acidic to neutral soil works best, and where soil quality is poor, farmers improve it using organic compost, green manure crops, and soil conditioners months before planting. Field preparation follows a structured process. The land is cleared of weeds, shrubs, stones, and previous crop residues using tractors and mechanical cutters. Deep plowing is carried out to break compact layers and improve root penetration. Unlike short-term crops, orange orchards are long-term investments, so soil structure is prepared thoroughly. After plowing, the field is leveled gently to support efficient irrigation while maintaining slope for drainage. Farmers often plan windbreak rows at this stage, planting tall trees around orchard boundaries to protect young orange plants from strong winds that can damage branches and flowers. One critical but often overlooked factor is microclimate management. Farmers observe sun movement, wind direction, and cold air flow across the land. Low pockets where cold air settles are avoided. In hotter regions, row orientation is planned to reduce heat stress on trees. Irrigation systems are designed before planting, usually drip irrigation, which provides precise water delivery and allows fertigation. Mainlines and laterals are installed early, so planting does not disturb infrastructure later. Plant material selection is a key decision. Farmers choose grafted orange plants grown on disease-resistant rootstocks rather than seedlings. Rootstock choice affects tree size, fruit quality, drought tolerance, and disease resistance. Nurseries supply healthy, certified saplings that are uniform in age and growth. Before planting, saplings are hardened by gradual exposure to sunlight and outdoor conditions to reduce transplant shock. Planting pits are prepared well in advance. Each pit is dug wide and deep, allowing space for root expansion. The soil removed from pits is mixed with well-decomposed organic manure, phosphate fertilizer, and beneficial microbes. This mixture is returned to the pit, creating a nutrient-rich zone for young roots. Spacing between trees is carefully measured to allow canopy expansion and airflow as trees mature, reducing disease risk in the future. Planting is done during favorable weather, usually avoiding extreme heat or cold. Saplings are placed upright, ensuring the graft union remains above soil level to prevent disease. Soil is gently pressed around roots, and immediate irrigation is applied to eliminate air pockets. Mulching is added around the base of each plant to conserve moisture, regulate soil temperature, and suppress weeds. Farmers also install tree guards or protective covers to protect young plants from animals and mechanical damage. A new practice gaining popularity is early stress management. Farmers monitor young trees closely for water stress, nutrient deficiency, or pest attack during the first few months. Light training begins early, guiding branch structure for balanced growth. The first year focuses entirely on establishing strong roots and healthy framework rather than fruit production. Every decision made at this stage influences orchard productivity for decades. This foundational phase sets the direction for the entire orange orchard. With proper land preparation, climate planning, quality planting material, and modern irrigation systems, farmers build a strong base that supports healthy growth and high-quality fruit production in the years ahead. As the young orange trees begin to settle into the soil, a quiet bond forms between the farmer and the orchard. This stage is not loud or dramatic, but it is where patience is tested and hope slowly grows. The trees respond gradually, pushing out new leaves, strengthening their stems, and extending roots deeper into the ground. Farmers walk through the orchard daily, observing subtle changes in leaf color, texture, and growth direction. Every small improvement brings reassurance that the foundation laid earlier was done right. Nutrient management becomes a careful balance during this phase. Orange trees require steady feeding, not sudden excess. Farmers apply fertilizers in split doses, often through drip irrigation, allowing nutrients to reach roots gently and consistently. Nitrogen supports leaf growth, phosphorus strengthens roots, and potassium prepares the tree for future flowering. Organic matter continues to play an emotional role as well, not just scientific, because healthy soil feels alive under the farmer's feet. Many farmers add biofertilizers and beneficial microbes, believing that a living soil creates a resilient orchard. Water management turns into a daily responsibility. Too little water causes leaf curl and stress, while too much invites disease and weak growth. Farmers learn to read the land, the moisture in the soil, and even the sound of irrigation flow. Early mornings often begin with checking drip lines, repairing small leaks, and ensuring each tree receives equal care. In hot weather, the orchard seems to sigh with relief when water reaches the roots. These moments remind farmers that farming is a relationship, not a machine-driven task. Pruning and training bring another emotional layer. Removing extra shoots and shaping young trees feels difficult at first, as cutting healthy growth goes against instinct. But farmers know that disciplined pruning builds strong structure and allows sunlight to reach every branch. Each cut is made thoughtfully, imagining the future shape of the tree. Over time, the orchard begins to look organized and balanced, giving the farmer confidence that the trees are being guided, not forced. Pest and disease management introduces both worry and vigilance. Insects such as aphids, citrusilids, and mites can appear suddenly, threatening months of effort. Farmers inspect leaves carefully, often holding them up to sunlight to spot early signs. Preventive sprays, neem-based solutions, and biological controls are preferred whenever possible. When chemical treatments are needed, they are applied with caution and respect, avoiding harm to beneficial insects. Every successful prevention feels like a quiet victory. As seasons change, the orchard matures emotionally and visually. Trees grow taller, branches spread wider, and the green canopy thickens. Farmers begin to imagine the first flowers, the first fruit, and the reward for years of care. There is pride in watching uniform rows develop, knowing each tree carries the potential of abundance. Conversations among farmers shift from survival to expectation. This stage of orange farming is about trust. Trust in the soil, the system, and one's own decisions. It is where science meets instinct, and where daily effort quietly shapes the future harvest. The orchard no longer feels like a project. It feels like a living promise waiting to bloom. After years of careful nurturing, the orchard enters its most exciting and rewarding stage: flowering and fruit development. Small, delicate white blossoms appear along the branches, releasing a subtle yet enchanting fragrance that fills the air and signals hope to the farmer. These flowers are fragile, and their successful pollination is crucial for fruit set. Farmers watch closely as bees, butterflies, and other pollinators visit the flowers, understanding that these tiny creatures carry the promise of future harvests. Many farms even place beehives strategically near the orchard to enhance pollination efficiency. Each morning, farmers walk between the rows, inspecting clusters of flowers, feeling both anticipation and anxiety, knowing that environmental factors such as sudden wind, rain, or temperature shifts could impact fruit formation. As flowers turn into tiny green fruits, careful management becomes critical. Watering schedules are adjusted to maintain consistent soil moisture. Drip irrigation ensures that roots receive adequate water without wetting the foliage, which can trigger fungal diseases. Fertilization shifts focus from vegetative growth to supporting fruit development. Potassium and magnesium are emphasized to improve fruit quality, firmness, and sweetness, while nitrogen is moderated to prevent excessive leaf growth that could shade the developing fruits. Farmers continue to enrich the soil with organic matter and beneficial microbes, understanding that healthy roots produce stronger, more resilient fruits. Each morning and evening is filled with observation, noting leaf color, vine health, and small signs of stress or pest attack. Pest and disease vigilance reaches a peak during fruiting. Citrusilids, aphids, and scale insects can reduce fruit quality or spread disease, while fungal infections such as powdery mildew or Phytophthora threaten both leaves and fruit. Farmers carefully inspect branches and leaves, applying preventive sprays when needed. When pests are identified, targeted biological treatments are used first, preserving beneficial insects. Every effective prevention feels like a personal victory, because each fruit represents months, even years of investment and care. As the fruits grow, their size, color, and texture are monitored closely. Depending on the variety, oranges gradually change from green to shades of yellow or orange, depending on climate and sunlight exposure. Farmers check rind texture, firmness, and weight to determine harvest readiness. Thinning is sometimes practiced to ensure that remaining fruits reach optimal size and flavor. Gentle support for heavy branches is applied if needed, preventing damage or premature fruit drop. Each healthy, ripening fruit fills the farmer with satisfaction, a tangible reward for years of consistent labor and attention. Harvesting is a meticulous process. Oranges are carefully picked by hand, ensuring that stems remain intact to preserve shelf life and prevents. Workers often wear gloves and use clippers or small knives to avoid damaging the fruit or tree. Harvesting is usually conducted in the cool hours of the morning or late afternoon to prevent heat stress. Once picked, fruits are placed gently into padded crates to minimize bruising. Farmers feel pride and relief as rows of trees slowly give up their first high-quality harvest, a moment that validates every previous decision in soil preparation, irrigation, fertilization, and care. Post-harvest handling is equally important. Fruits are sorted based on size, color, and quality. Any damaged or diseased fruit are separated. Oranges are then cleaned and sometimes waxed or polished for market presentation. Proper storage conditions, including shade, airflow, and moderate humidity, are maintained to prolong freshness. In commercial operations, fruits are carefully loaded for transport, avoiding excessive stacking that could cause crushing. Farmers watch the harvested crates with a sense of achievement, knowing that these fruits will reach consumers at peak quality. The final yield is the culmination of years of dedication, patience, and expertise. A well-managed orchard produces consistent, high-quality fruit season after season. For the farmer, each orange is more than food. It is a symbol of perseverance, knowledge, and connection with nature. The journey from tiny sapling to full-grown fruit-bearing tree embodies the art and science of agriculture, reminding us that real farming requires both heart and skill. Witnessing the orchard in full bloom and harvest is an emotional and triumphant experience, the reward of nurturing life with care and respect.